join in a chorus of honor to the flag that Don Bosco has grown.
For it bloomed in God's garden unblemished,
And was guarded for heaven above.
O good Savio, so pure and so loving, help us keep rose and lily in flower, that their fragrance and freshness unsullied may delight heaven's King every hour. Vivat, vivat.
Wishing you all a very happy feast of Dominic Savio, our little giant, small in stature and build, but a giant of holiness. Dominic Savio is a testament, first of all, to the beauty of the Salesian vocation. And he also is for us a clear proof that everyone is called to holiness. When Dominic Savio came to the oratory of Don Bosco, he was a gentle, soft-spoken boy. Don Bosco saw in him the makings of an apostle. And under the guidance of Don Bosco, Dominic Savio really flowered as a person. He grew in cheerfulness. He was an apostle of joy among his companions. Dominic Savio was enamored by Don Bosco because he saw in Don Bosco a man of God. He was taken up by Don Bosco's love for Jesus in the Eucharist and for Mary, our mother. He saw in Don Bosco a man of prayer, deeply rooted in the love of God. My dear friends, if we want to attract young people to God, we must first of all be men and women of God. Don Bosco was able to take Dominic Savio to great heights of holiness because Don Bosco himself treasured this relationship that he had with Jesus and Mary. Dominic Savio is for us a testament that all are called to holiness. Dominic Savio was an exceptional boy, but Don Bosco was convinced that Dominic Savio could not and should not be an exception in the oratory. All his boys were called to holiness. All his boys were called to a deep relationship with God. Holiness flourished in the oratory. We can call the oratory a school of holiness. Don Bosco himself says that there were many boys as committed and as devoted as Dominic Savio was. And over the years, there were a number of boys whom we can name who really grew and flowered in holiness. Mickey Magone, Francis Besuco, Michael Ruva, John Caliero. Some of them are on the threshold of canonization. Others became great missionaries and priests. As I wish all of you once again a very happy feast of Dominic Savio, let us remind ourselves of two things. First of all, that if we want to take young people to God, we must first of all be men and women of God, men and women of prayer. Secondly, all are called to holiness. We must set before our young people no ideal short of this great ideal of holiness. God bless you all.
Marching we come to salute you, dear Savio, a model of sanctity. We sing of your glory, retell your life story, and ask you with us to be. We'll dare to be wise and our virtue as upright, no matter what others say. Youth of your kind, strong in heart, firm in mind, are the need of our world today. Dominic Savio, Dominic Savio, you were a Jew and to Don Bosco. Dominic Savio, Dominic Savio, you are a star with a heavenly glow. We venerate you and imitate you and seek your help that we may grow in hope and courage, in faith and wisdom, and strength of virtue more.